Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome everyone to the deep dive. We're here to turn source material into, well, instant expertise for you. And, it might actually surprise you how many people are earning like full-time incomes from home, sometimes with just say a heat press on a laptop. So today, we're diving deep into that exact kind of idea. We're focusing on a topic that's not just crafty and fun, but genuinely profitable, personalized tote bags. Yeah, so if you've been thinking about maybe a side hustle, something with low investment, but, high impact, or maybe you just want to understand this booming market driven by people wanting unique stuff, you are definitely in the right place. Our mission here really is to pull out the most important bits from the source material you shared with us. We want to show you exactly why this seemingly simple niche is, well, exploding. We're going to explore like the huge creative freedom involved, how surprisingly easy it can be to get started, and probably most importantly, how to turn that creativity into, well, cold, hard cash.
And what's fascinating here, I think, is that this isn't just about a craft project. It's really about understanding a a pretty powerful business model, this whole personalized tote bag thing. It's a perfect example of how a really simple item can tap into these really deep consumer desires we all have, for individuality, for custom stuff, especially in a world that feels so mass-produced sometimes. So it's not just a bag. It's a statement or a gift, maybe a piece of art even. And yeah, remarkably, it can be a portable profit machine.
That's a great way to put it. A
Yeah.
portable profit machine. I like that. And it ties right into the sheer variety we saw in the sources. So maybe let's start there. On the creative side, what did our sources highlight? What are some of the popular, maybe inspiring design ideas?
Oh, the range is huge. That's the
Yeah.
beauty of it. We saw, everything from those trendy sort of minimalist slogans, the ones that say a lot with just a few words,
Mhm.
to really intricate floral patterns, stuff you could easily see in a boutique. And then there's a massive market for like quirky cartoon characters, abstract art, even things like zodiac signs are really popular.
Ah, okay.
But where it gets really interesting, I think, is the hyper-personalization. Think custom pet portraits. People love getting their furry friends on a bag.
Oh, yeah. I can see that being huge.
It is. Or unique wedding favors. Bags that become these like cherished mementos from the day.
Yeah.
Imagine like making a set of bags just for a bridal party, maybe with their inside jokes printed on them.
That's brilliant.
You're selling an experience then, not just a bag.
Totally. That's fantastic. What I found really interesting reading through the material was just how accessible this all seems. Like you said earlier, you really don't need a factory. You don't need a fashion degree to jump in. But okay, for someone just starting out, maybe just dipping their toes in, what are some of the maybe easiest ways to actually get a design onto a tote?
Well, the entry points are incredibly low barrier. For someone literally just starting simple things like fabric markers or stencils, they offer an immediate, super low-cost way to just experiment, play around with ideas.
Yeah, you can get those anywhere, right? Craft stores?
Exactly. Places like Joann, Michael's, any local craft shop will have them.
Yeah.
But if you're aiming for something a bit more polished, maybe more professional looking, options like heat transfer vinyl, people often call it HTV. That's really popular.
TV, right.
Yeah, that's where you like cut designs out of this special vinyl material and then use heat to apply it. Or even small home-based screen printing kits. They've become incredibly powerful and pretty affordable too.
Okay.
And then for people who are more digital, designing your art in software like, say, Canva, which is super user-friendly, or Procreate if you're on an iPad, and then using a heat press to transfer that digital design onto the fabric, that just opens up a whole world of possibilities. You can get really intricate, and it's very scalable once you have the setup.
Okay, that brings us nicely to the practical side. So you've got your design idea, you've picked your technique, you need the actual bag, right? The blank canvas. Where do these entrepreneurs, where do they actually get their bags from?
Yeah, good question. Our sources mentioned a few main routes, and it kind of depends on your scale. If you're planning on really ramping up production, aiming for the best bulk prices, then places like Alibaba are often the go-to for wholesale blank bags.
Right, the big overseas suppliers.
Exactly. But for small businesses, maybe those looking for more curated, possibly higher quality blanks, or even wanting to support other small businesses, online marketplaces like Faire are fantastic for that.
Fair. Okay, I've heard of them.
Yeah, they connect independent makers with retailers and other businesses. And of course, you've got Amazon Wholesale too, which offers another set of options. Oh, and for packaging up your finished products. Sources like Uline were mentioned. They're really well known for shipping and packaging supplies. The main thing is just finding reliable suppliers that fit, your specific business model and scale.
Okay, that makes sense. So we've got the creative ideas, the how-to on making them.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the inspiring part,
Wow.
because our sources had some really great success stories. Could you tell us about maybe one or two that really stood out, show the potential here?
Absolutely. What really jumped out was a business called BB Bags. They sell on Etsy. They started out simply customizing tote bags as bridesmaid gifts, like really niche.
Wow. Okay, smart focus.
Exactly. And that focus allowed them to gain traction pretty quickly, build up a good reputation, and they actually scaled that initial niche idea into a full-time income. It just shows the power of finding a specific market, you know?
Wow, that's impressive. From bridesmaid gifts to full-time.
Yeah. And another kind of different but equally fascinating example was a crafter based in Berlin. They started creating tote bags with these really quirky, distinctive illustrations, very unique style. And they weren't just selling one-off bags to individual customers. They pretty quickly found a market wholesaling their designs to like local coffee shops and bookstores.
Oh, interesting. B2B.
Right. So they turned their creative passion into this consistent B2B revenue stream. Two very different paths, both successful.
Those stories really do drive home the potential, the scalability. So, okay, you've made these fantastic personalized totes. How do you actually sell them? How do you get them out into the world and find those customers? What are the key strategies for selling and scaling up?
Well, the selling channels are pretty diverse, which is good. Gives you options. For your online presence, Etsy is still a real powerhouse, especially for anything handcrafted or personalized.
You're a huge audience there already.
Massive built-in audience looking for exactly this kind of thing. Then, if you're ready to build more of your own brand, have more control, Shopify is great for setting up your own e-commerce store. And you've also got Amazon Handmade, which is another huge marketplace to tap into.
Right.
But, you know, don't discount the physical world either. Local craft fairs, pop-up shops, even farmers markets. They can be incredible for making direct sales. Plus, you get that immediate feedback from customers, which is invaluable.
Yeah, that face-to-face connection. And what about social media? I feel like Instagram and TikTok come up constantly for businesses like this.
Oh, they're absolute game changers. Like, seriously. Especially for personalized items.
Really? How so?
Well, Instagram is obviously fantastic for visually showcasing your designs, your aesthetic, connecting with potential buyers that way. But TikTok offers this unique chance for content to go viral. Things like short tutorials showing how you make the bags, behind-the-scenes glimpses of the customization process, or even just those really satisfying reveal videos when a custom bag is finished.
Ah, people love those.
They really do. And that kind of content can capture enormous audiences, which can directly drive a ton of custom orders and just build massive brand awareness. It's about making the process of creation almost as engaging as the final product itself.
That's brilliant. Super smart. And speaking of those custom orders, it kind of brings us back to what we were calling the golden ticket earlier, which is the personalization aspect itself. How does really leaning into that personalization, how does that truly set these businesses apart?
This is absolutely where the magic happens. It's the core differentiator. Think about it. We live in a world that's just awash in mass-produced goods, right? Everything looks the same.
Totally.
So a personalized item, it immediately stands out. It feels unique. It feels special. It stops being just a product and becomes more like a story. And our sources really highlighted the huge value consumers place on that. Seeing their own name or an inside joke they share with friends or a meaningful quote. Or, like we mentioned, custom logos for maybe small businesses looking for unique branding or merch. When someone gets a tote bag and it has, say, their actual pet's portrait on it, or maybe a line from their absolute favorite movie, it creates an immediate emotional connection. It's powerful. It transforms this everyday utilitarian item into something that's, you know, deeply cherished. And that makes it feel far more valuable than just the cost of the canvas and ink. You're selling that feeling, that experience, not just the physical bag.
That really resonates. It makes so much sense.
Yeah.
And to sort of maximize that value, make the most of it, what clever marketing tactics did our sources mention? Things that really help boost sales or customer loyalty?
Yeah, beyond just the appeal of the personalization itself, some smart marketing can definitely amplify things. Things like bundle deals were mentioned, you know, buy 3, get 1 free or something similar.
Encourages bigger orders.
Exactly. Or creating holiday gift packs, maybe a tote bundled with a matching keychain or a little pouch, capitalizes on seasonal buying.
Smart.
And a really simple tactic, but apparently very powerful according to the sources, is sending personalized thank you notes with each order.
Ah, the personal touch.
Precisely. You can use platforms like Canva again to design nice, professional-looking custom thank you cards pretty easily.
Hmm.
But then adding a little handwritten note, it just makes the customer feel really seen and appreciated, and that apparently significantly boosts the chances of them buying again or telling their friends. Word of mouth is
Yeah,
huge.
it's those little touches make a big difference.
They really do. So, stepping back and looking at the whole picture, this personalized tote bag market, it really demonstrates how a seemingly simple item, when you infuse it with personal meaning, with a unique design voice, can genuinely become a highly scalable source of income. Success here really seems to hinge on understanding that deep consumer desire for individuality and then just leveraging that personalization as your key differentiator, your unique selling point.
And that's exactly what makes this so accessible for anyone listening, right? Maybe you're a busy parent looking for some flexible income around the kids, or a college student wanting some extra cash between classes, or maybe just someone looking for more creative freedom, a new venture. This model seems to offer incredible potential. The ease of just getting started seems pretty low. Combined with this clear path to scaling up once you find your niche, find that unique design voice, feels like you can start really small and genuinely grow this into something quite significant.
Which leads to an interesting thought, maybe connecting this to the bigger picture. What does this booming market for personalized tote bags actually tell us about our wider desire? Our desire for unique, custom-made things in a world that feels increasingly standardized, mass-produced? And maybe how might this shift in consumer behavior, this hunger for personalization, how might that influence other creative ventures, even seemingly simple ones? Could it be turning them into profitable opportunities that maybe we're currently overlooking?
Ooh, that's a great thought to end on. Really makes you think. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the world of personalized tote bags. We really hope this has sparked some ideas for you, maybe even encourage you to explore your own creative path, your own entrepreneurial ideas. Until next time, keep digging, keep learning, and keep creating.
Thanks a lot for listening. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. If this episode gave you even a tiny push to start something, that's a win for both of us. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this. Take care and keep creating.